There we go. Hi, this is Ali from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another live stream. Kind of the last live stream for February. Yeah, this is number 36. And I'm amazed that I did 4 live streams so far at the same time. And I got a brighter shirt on too. It's supposed to be yellow, but I don't know if it showed yellow in the film or not. If I had the shirt inside out again. So this would just be either a long video or a good live stream. And we got another school themes book coming out tomorrow, and we got our first book on record for March. And then we start to get more things for the channels next month also. Of course, of course, middle of next month, like the 10th of March. And we got some good stuff coming out for March too. We got a movie, A Cat in the Hat, and St. Patty Day, and some more books to read. More golden books. I don't know what kind of golden books, but we got some good stuff coming out. And I'll be talking about movies again, like I did in the last live stream when I was looking back at all these movies and just taking them out, talking about them, and saying which one did I like, which one I didn't like. Like, and this is the movie I was just trying to find last time. This one because hi Wilm, I'm doing good, and you? Now, in the last live stream, I had this book. I had this one, and I said that there was a remix that this movie was made out of. Well, a couple of years, a lot of years later, and this is the remix that I couldn't find last time. So these two are the same movie. This one is a lot better. It's like the 1930s, but this one's in color and longer too. This is from 1932. I would totally off. I'm glad you had a good, awesome day. And what's your favorite movie? My favorite movie is G.I. Joe the movie from 1987. Right here. That let it fall. Yeah, this one. I used to have this on VCR tape, but when it got released on DVD, I had to get it on DVD. I thought so. And what's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show is The Six Million Dollar Man. So now, this one never been released on Blu-ray or nothing. So you all can get this on DVD. So this is 53 or 51. This is 32. And there's a book that goes with both of these. That I don't have the book. Can you watch the Three Musketeers? If I can find it, I can. I don't have the Three Musketeers in my movie collection, and I know I can find the Three Musketeer book. That'd be a long book to read if I had to read that. Oh, I can't put that up there like that. Okay, if I did the Three Musketeers, that's a good sized book, and that would have a lot of chapters in it and everything. It'd be like that Fantastic Four book I read that had, I think it had 10 chapters. So if I can find an easy book for like kids, like a golden book version, and then I might be able to read it. I think they don't have hard stuff in their golden books. Oh, why not? This is another movie that I thought the theater back when I was little. Also, the Transformer the movie. The Three Musketeer is a Disney movie. Oh, okay, but I never knew Disney made a Three Musketeer film. Okay, the only Three Musketeers I saw when I was little was like black and white movie where Aaron Flynn. Then I saw a 1969 cartoon with Hanna Barbera, and then I seen the Disney one, a 1974 live action Disney movie. Can you watch the rest of it? No, I probably can't watch that one because that one would cost money for me to try to watch it. Can you read the rest of it? I well, I can read it. I have to try to get the book out because I have to buy the book before I can read the book. I got a lot of books, but yeah, I already read one version of the rest of it. Now I'm trying to find the long version book. Can you watch American Tail? Yeah, I can watch that on Tubi. On Tubi, but reading it is a different story because I tried to look for the book and couldn't find a book of it. But I might be able to do. I'm still looking for the audio book because if I can't read it, maybe I can play the audio of it. So I was going that route. If I can't find the audio, then I think the book has lost history. I was 30 years too late to get the book. Can you watch Where Beth? If I can find it. I never heard of it, so it'd be something new. Well, that's a fake commercial, also. If I can find the book, but I don't know how old the movie is or how old the thing is. So it might be lost history because I probably am years too late to get it. And today we got Mountain Dew, real Mountain Dew. So I'll be drinking this all through the live stream until it runs out. You might hear me burp a lot if it gives me a lot of bubbles. And Mountain Dew is not sponsoring this channel, but it'd be nice if they do. I think Pepsi owned Mountain Dew or Coca Cola. No, this is Pepsi. I'm kind of good at learning knowing who owned what soda. We're back in a okay, so from 1993, so that's 30 years ago. So that might be lost history. Unless somebody's selling their copy of their book. I think that book is lost because I buy it off of eBay, and eBay people who are trying to get rid of their stuff. Some people are nice about getting rid of their stuff, and some people are mean enough getting rid of their stuff. And you watch Animaniac. If I can find it somewhere free. 'Cause I used to watch that cartoon back in the early 90s. I think it came on either after school or before school. It came on WB back in the days. And reading it might just be a tough too, because I don't think people gave up their books. But I think Animaniac, I think they would made the comic book format. So that might be even harder to find. All to get. Comic books are not cheap to buy. That's why I don't read any comic books on this channel except Peanuts or Heathcliff. Or Calvin and Clyde, because I got that whole collection. But that didn't do too good, so I stopped reading that comic book. Can you watch Mulan? Probably not, because that's a Disney movie. And there are no books for Mulan, so I can't read Mulan either. Because I'm a little too late. No, Mulan is lost. I could buy the movie, but I can't buy it. There are no more books of it. If I have a time machine, I could have done that. Yeah, a lot of the people want me to read just the Mulan the animation film from 1998. So that book is 26 years ago, and I doubt there were no audio stuff for that because it is way after the records and way after the cassette player. Can you watch Hercules? That's another Disney film. So I'm gonna say no to Hercules also because you have to have Disney Plus to watch most of these shows or movies, and I don't got Disney Plus. Can you read Hercules? Probably not. I think that's lost with Mulan. But I saw a book on tape of Hercules last month, 1998. So that's another 20-something-year-old book. So you might be able to hear the audio book of it if it's still on eBay, but the book itself is lost. It'd be nice to get some of these books to read, but I have to wait for somebody to get tired of their copy. So when I do Disney books, kind of with what I can do, because they're cheap. Can you watch Brave Little Toaster? Uh, I bet if I can find it free. And I don't think there were no books of Brave Little Toaster. Because not everything was made out of a book. Mostly it was just movies, maybe some toys, and then it was done with. And then sometimes movies were made out of the books came first and then the movies. But I think a lot of cartoon movies were made out of cartoon first. So that book might not be a book. But I seen Brave Little Toaster back in the 80s when I was a little kid. I haven't seen it since because they don't repeat cartoons anymore. Can you watch Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, I can watch that. I got a VCR tape of Winnie the Pooh. So that one thing I can watch and it's free. Don't cost me a dime. Yeah, I bought my Winnie the Pooh VCR tape decades ago. Can you read Winnie the Pooh? If I could find more books of Winnie the Pooh, it's kind of hard finding Winnie the Pooh books that I hadn't read already. Because nowadays on eBay, there are a lot of little kid Winnie the Pooh. Let's see. See you next time. Okay, well, it was nice that you made it to the live stream today. And I'll be back on again the same time, or if I can be back on sooner. Now we see who's going to be the next guest star. And you can say, this battle's so cold, even so, it never been in the refrigerator. So, what I'm going to do is just sit here talking about movies and stuff till somebody else pops on, and then we'll talk to the next person that pops on. So, I'll be like a, a nighttime host waiting for guest stars. Let's see what I hadn't talked about. Let's see. Well, let's do this one though. Here we go. Here's a TV show from 1981 called the This show, the one with the koala bear and the wolf, and it has three other, like, two other pictures on it. A hunter hunts a bobcat, and two dogs that are always trying to make money in show business. Now, I think this show back in the '80s, this came out in '81, but they repeated it again all through the '80s. So you never run out this one. And I think it came out the same time, the same time Shirt Tail came out. The Shirt Tail came out in '82, and I seen this on TV, another Saturday morning cartoon. This would more, even though it was a comedy, it would more dramatized. This was all comedy. It's like a Tom and Jerry picture. They had two cartoons from the early '80s, and you can get these both on Amazon for kind of cheap. I got this for like $15. I got this about $15 also. So you can get these two real cheap, no problem. I was talking about the action shows of the '60s. Yeah, hit four action cartoons from the mid '60s. See, 67, 67. You were all probably from '67, except this one was '66. You can take it for the first one, that well, not the first one, but the first one that started the action superhero type. And all these cartoons would kind of had comic book people drawing the pictures. You have some Marvels, some DC stuff, and then you had Alec Chuck drawing the pictures also. So you had everybody doing these cartoons back in the days. Like you got Frankenstein Jr. in the Impossibles, the one that started it. You think Johnny Quest started it, but these kind of did after him. Got the Herculoids. I don't know what can't make that clear. You got Moby Dick in the Mighty Mike tour, and then the last one, Shazam, the one with the genie in it. And there was also Space Ghost and Birdman, but I got them. I just don't know where they're at. I'll see them back here. Then I can even show them to you. No, but here we go. Yeah, you can say here Frankenstein Jr. or Space Ghost starts the action pack stuff. It hit Space Ghost in 1966 with Dino Boy. I know when they start putting things in the plastic cover. It hit Birdman and Galaxy Chio. I'm glad I was able to find them. And here's the Gotcha Man I was talking about in last night live stream when somebody was talking about Japanese stuff. Now this would probably count as early anime, just like what that Speed Racer. And I got Speed Racer also, just deep in there somewhere. So this might be either a short live stream or a long live stream. Depend who keeps me going. And let's see what else we could talk about. I talk about Planet of the Apes. Are the Conqueror of Planet of the Apes from 1972. This is the uncut version, and the cut version. So the uncut version shows all the stuff that was cut out when it was first released at the theater back in 1972. So you get to see all the violence and stuff. Then you get the cut version that they had to cut out a lot of stuff to make it a PG movie. 'Cause a lot of people didn't like the uncut version. And I think it's all on two discs, right? No, it's one disc. So if you're gonna get Conquered In on the Planet of the Apes, get the Blu-ray version so you get both copies. And this is probably this one and Beneath the Planet of the Apes were my two favorite ones out of the five movies. Here's another one of my favorite movies. The Battle of the Bulge, where with Henry Fonda and Robert Ryan. And then you got Robert Shaw, the bad guy, Charles Bronson. You got Kojak. You got Dano in here. You got, Ted Harden. He played either Sugarfoot or Bronco. So this was a good one for 1965. It's a long movie. Let's see how long is it? Yeah, it's a long movie. It's over 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours long. But it looks good if you could see it in a widescreen. Then you get to see all the action scenes. This is not my favorite movie. It was just one I saw. I used to see it as 100 times broken up. Then I got to see it uncut for the first time. Then I bought the Blu-ray. The Eagle Had Landed with Michael Caine, Donald Sutherland, and who's that middle child? And Robert Duvall. This is a good movie after I got to watch it for the first time uncut and Ray sat through it. Anyone else is in here? This is a John Sturgeon picture. So you got an American made movie. Oh, you even got the man, you got JR in here. R.I.G. Virginie. I think so. Yeah, he went JR, yeah, because this is 76. So this is pre JR. I forget what he played in this movie. And I don't think they're going to show him much in this. Because even in here, they don't show JR in these pictures. He did the movie, they say. And I don't want to drop any of these movies. I had Johnny Quest. You can say Johnny Quest started that 60 Action John. This is from 64. This is all 26 episodes. This is the complete, yeah, the complete show of Johnny Quest with everything in here. This is the uncut version. So you get to see everything that was cut out of the DVD when they re-released it. And they got their own little, there's like three of these things in here. Oh yeah, okay. One, two, and three. If you saw my unboxing episodes, you would see these. I mean, opening them and I'll be talking about them. It's hard talking me opening things. So this might be a half-hour live stream instead of an hour live stream if I don't get nobody in here. 'Cause I don't think I can talk for a whole hour to myself. And not in this dusty corner. I know I can't. Oh, his speed buggy. Now these were kind of my two favorite cartoons back in the days when I was little. You got Cool Club from year, I think it's 76, 76, 77. This one came out. And then you got this one that came out in 73. So these are, and this speed buggy was better than Scooby Doo. It was like, yeah, I think Josie and the Pussycat and Speed Buggy were the two cartoon that was the best. Instead of a dog or a cat, they had a car that did everything. Then Cool Club with us teenagers looking for mystery stuff. This was better than Scooby Doo also. Go took a more serious take instead of that crazy stuff they had with Scooby Doo. There's some back pictures. And I wonder how many people on this on my channel saw this when it first came out. Or did you see it at repeats as I had to see it? Let's see what else I can show you guys. Got all these movies that I just keep talking about. I had Star Trek too, the Wrath of Khan. Now this was a good Star Trek. The first one was terrible. It was just too long. The third one I couldn't stand. Then you could say it's the only one I liked of the Star Trek movies. Was the second one. And had more action than all the other Star Trek movies. This is from 1982. And you got all the Star Trek people in this one. This is the Blu-ray version. Because I used to have the VCR tape of this movie. And when I saw this at the Big Lots for real cheap, I had to get it. Because you can't really find this real cheap if you don't go to them kind of places. If you go to Walmart, you can dig in that container for cheap DVDs and Blu-rays. So I'll keep talking for like 2 more minutes, and then I'll stop talking because it won't make no sense to me talking for too long if I have nobody here. So this is be an extended video, and I'm just looking for something to talk about. It's kind of hard when I got too many movies and I have to get up to look for them. Oh, here we go. There's a comedy James Bond movie, Casino Royale, and here's some pictures. Now this is the collector edition, and the collector edition for 19. This is from 67. This is a little not as bad. It's like a Army and Flint type of movie, but with comedy. And here's some pictures that they had inside the box that came with. See, there's who she is, but she's in the movie. I don't remember the movie that much to give you a heads up. Now this is the first James Bond, Peter Sellers. There were like 3 or 4 James Bonds in here. Here's the bad guy. What's that poor guy name? Woody Allen. And here's Peter Nebels. No, David Nebels. James Bond #1. Now he was going to be James Bond in the first movie, but the writer didn't. Didn't. The writer wanted him, but nobody else wanted him. They say he was too old to be James Bond, so they got Sean instead. So he became he made it to the comedy James Bond. The Ursula Andrews, the Bond girl of the first James Bond movie, and another Bond girl of this movie. So I can't show you the movie, but I can show you pictures of it. And I never knew they would decide this container all that time. It's nice when I can show you pictures of the movie. That's really a great escape. I think I got pictures in it too. Yep, The Great Escape from 1963. And this is a good movie too, with Steve McQueen, Charlotte Bronson, Donald Pleasance, James Gardner, James Rockford, or Maverick. No, there's no fiction in this one. I thought there was, but the two discs. If you're gonna get now, this is on Blu-ray. I don't know how the Blu-ray looks or what comes with the Blu-ray, so I can't really promote that thing to you guys. But this is the DVD, the two disc version, and it got everything in it: commentary, bonus stuff, documentary of the real great escape, and all that good stuff. Well, I'll put the thing back of it. There we go. I'll kill the heroes. Yep. No, this is just a plain old DVD. There's no special stuff in here. But you got Clint Eastwood, Don Rickles, you got Kojak, Donald Sutherland. You see, you got Archie in here. Who else you got in here? I think that's it. And we named all the characters. This is a comedy kind of war film. You can see I like war films. So I got them all to a point. Even got Patton. But I don't know where Patton is right now, so we can't show that one to you guys. Let me put them back that way to take another one off. Here's a good one. 3 Day to the Condor, a action spy picture with the telephone company killing off people. You see, back then, the 60s and 70s had the telephone company as bad guys. And this is the second telephone company movie that killed people. The first one was from 1967 with Jane Coburn when he had to fight out the telephone. Then you got Robert Redford, Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, the guy that played Jesus in The Great Story Ever Told. This is from 1975. And this movie's only good if you can watch it in widescreen because the full screen version is terrible. You don't get to see the whole picture. And I think Midway where trying there we go. Yeah, here we go, Midway. With Charlotte Heston, uh what that poor guy name? Henry Fonda, Jane Coburn, Glenn Ford, Robert Mitchum, Cliff Robertson, Robert Wagner. You got everybody in this movie. You could got a lot of them actors played a lot of the same picture together. This is from 1976, and I think this is the long version. Not many people seen Midway back in the days or in repeat form like I thought. They don't do too many war films. Every Veteran Day, Memorial Day, they would show this movie every single time. Now they don't show it no more. Let's show these two up because they're in my hand. You got Commando from 1985, our action movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Who the Boss, and the kid who played Who the Boss. And then you got Supergirl. And I did a video about this one, but hey, we'll do it on the live stream too. That was a good movie also for 1984. And I'll try to make it to 40 minutes. Give me some extra stuff, extra minutes. Like I started talking and this time went. Let's do the Dirty Dozen. I think the Dirty Dozen got pictures that I can show. This is from 1967, and this is the two disc collection. This is a good film. No pictures. This is a good film with Lee Marvin, Jane Brown, Trent Bronson, Kojak, Ernest Borgnine, George Kennedy, Robert Ryan, Clint Walker. So you kind of got Kojak and Cheyenne in the same picture. And I'm a Lee Major fan also. I got like three of his movies, and I think I got four of Lee Major movies. Got one of VCR tape and a handful on DVD. And if you've seen this movie on TV back in the days or at the theaters, if you was lucky to see this thing at the theater back in '67, be nice to know who saw it. They used to do this every war day back in the days. They don't really repeat this anymore. Now, half these, I don't know why they don't repeat these, but I had a comic book movie, Rush, The Punisher, from 1989, Dolph Lundgren, and Lou Boston, and I think that's all. I think they were them two. So you got I think Arn Ego and the guy that played bad guys in Rocky 3 and A View to a Kill. And this was a good movie also. They used to repeat this 100 times every Saturday. They came on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon every Saturday on one of the regular TV channels. There was always this movie, Rambo 2 and 3, and Mission in Action number 2. And they should repeat them four films every single day, or every single Saturday. They would change them up, but they would always the same four movies. And then they put an extra movie, Mission in Action Part 3, and that was something new. Good. They always showed the same movies over, and they gave us the extra one. And I don't think there's no pictures in this one. No. So this might be the end of the live stream. 'Cause I can't keep talking about my movies like that. That's somebody pop storm, but I doubt it. So we had one pop on earlier. So I'm glad I had one person pop on. So this would be a 40-minute live stream because my throat can't go on like this. so I'll, so what I'll do is I'll see if anyone pops on before the 40-minute mark. After that, we'll just end it and then hope for next time. So, like I said, we got a book on record tomorrow second channel. We got some more good records for the third channel. We got book, a nice book about some kid going to school for the first time for tomorrow's video, and we'll have another live stream tomorrow, either earlier or the same time. And we'll see what else. We got more movies to talk about. Cause I got so much movie I could do this all day long, but my mouth is not gonna let me do that. So I'm glad that one person came on and So please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. We have another live stream and video coming out real soon.